Well, we're here in Glasgow at the Emirates Arena for World Championships badminton. It's been an incredible day already, so many upsets this week. And we've just seen Saina Nehwal overcome Sung Ji-hyun of Korea in the women's singles. We've got another women's singles up next, and to delight the home crowd, the poster girl, the last hope for Scotland in this entire competition, Kirsty Gilmour, the number 16 seed. So much expectation on her. She's up against another young hopeful from China, Bingjiao. And well, what a draw this particular section. Round 16, of course. Okuhara and Marin already through in that section to the quarter-final. Winner of this one will face the woman we've just seen come through, Saina Nehwal. So our umpire for the toss of the coin, Veena Dathan from India,
Come for the toss.
welcomes the players out.
Black, red.
Black.
Black. You want the toss?
Service.
Well, it's Kirsty Gilmour that wins the toss of the coin and elects to serve. She'll take the top end of this court, top of your screens. 23 years of age from Bells Hill in Scotland. Current ranking of 31. She has been a lot higher. About a year ago, September, late September 2016, she was up at number 14 in the world. And she's had a great run this year, working so hard lately to make sure she had a seeded draw at the World Champs. Looking good so far this week, a bye in the first round. And that straight games win over Ritapuna Das will give her some confidence. She'll have her work cut out for her today, however. Bingjiao, the 20-year-old from Jiangsu in China, playing as good a badminton as she's played. She's ranked number 7 in the world, the number 6 seed here. Again seeded, of course, a bye in round 1, and in just over 30 minutes dispatched Chen Su-yu of Chinese Taipei. What a scoreline, 21-8, 21-14. Well, I'm not so sure we can take a lot of information from that head-to-head. It was Kirsty Gilmour, the number 8 seed at the Syed Modi tournament, early 2016, when Bingjiao was still a junior. And to help our umpire Jacob Sinberg, our service judge for this women's singles. Yes, their previous meeting back at the Syed Modi tournament, January 2016. On that day it was Kirsty Gilmour, that was the seed, and Bingjiao came through.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Sorry, Kirsty Gilmour came through
right,
in straight games. 21-16, 21-18.
And on my left, Kirsty Gilmour, Scotland. Kirsty Gilmour to serve. Love all. Play.
Yeah, it's going to be a very different prospect for Kirsty Gilmour today. A different Bingjiao, perhaps we could argue, after so many great results in the last 12 months. So much expectation, Lars, on Kirsty Gilmour.
Yeah, and she impressed me a lot in her first match against Ritu Das from India, whom she controlled from beginning to end, and played very aggressively, which is her style, and not making a lot of mistakes. And it'll be interesting today to see if she can keep that quality against a stronger opposition here, and she'll definitely face higher pace in the game from Bingjiao.
Well, a challenge early on in the match by Bingjiao, unsuccessful. The drift no doubt helping that one to go out into the sidelines. Yeah, very different prospect. Bingjiao, powerful, but also such skill. She's one of those players like Intanon, like Yamaguchi, so much skill with the racket.
2-1.
Beautiful shot here from Gilmour. Leaps high in the air and plays a very tight reverse drop shot.
Yeah, incredible shot. The familiar service action of Kirsty Gilmour. From Gilmour.
Yeah, very aggressive at the front court, and that gives her, the earlier you meet the shuttle in the front court, the more opportunities you've got, and she really, watch here how she's rushing for the shuttle, and that gives her good opportunities to put her opponent under pressure.
Bingjiao.
Yeah, that backhand block from Bingjiao falling wide, and it's a great start for Kirsty Gilmour. Incredible rally once more from Gilmour.
6-1.
Yeah, she has really started out with the same quality as she showed in her opening match here.
Yeah, she had so many options when she moved forward onto that forehand at the net. Went over the top. Well, it's just brilliant from Gilmour. She's moving so well, playing quality shots, but it's her speed of movement. She's able to take charge of the rally so early.
Yeah, and it seems like Bingjiao can remember their first encounter. It seems like she has a lot of respect for Gilmour. In my opinion, she needs to raise the pace of her game, because otherwise Gilmour will be in control all the time.
Well, great idea, but again, couldn't execute.
8-1.
Much like you said in the game with Sung Ji-hyun, perhaps trying to take the initiative too early, trying too hard to play the perfect shot.
I think this rally, she tried to do the right thing. She just didn't manage to execute it. Like here. Was that long?
Well, the line judge certainly called it long.
Yeah, but she has used one challenge, and she's only got one left in this game. So I think well, she should have used it.
Yeah, that's so close on the line, perhaps. Yeah.
But that's another tactical aspect of the game.
Yeah, it seemed to me she wasted that initial challenge. It was quite clearly wide.
Yeah, exactly.
Even from here. Well, it seems at the moment, at least, Kirsty Gilmour thriving on the pressure and expectation of this home crowd. World Championships. On her home territory, she's having an incredible start to this last 16 match. Oh, great athleticism from Gilmour to reach and play that cross lift, but Bingjiao composed. The left-hander up early and a good straight smash into the court rather than straight down the line this time, perhaps. The variation that got the better of Gilmour. And it's judged to have gone long. Again, Bingjiao does not challenge. And what a start for Kirsty Gilmour of Scotland. She's up 11-3.
Then you can hit back immediately. Yeah, everything is fine. It's okay, no problem. Yeah, and then take advantage of she's not settled down yet. Maybe the coach will tell her not to attack so much. Settle down, play a bit slow, or break a rhythm a bit. So you just walk out. Other than that, it's okay. Okay.
Code 1, 20 seconds. Code 1, 20 seconds.
从底下或者从往前站。
And no wonder the Gilmour's Malaysian coach Tat Meng Wong was very pleased with what he has seen so far. So a lot of encouragement here.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting last that he mentioned, what is it that the Chinese coach might be telling her player, rather. I thought that was an interesting aspect.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it's like badminton is like a chess game, and it's about anticipating the next move of the opponents, and so sometimes it's a good idea, instead of talking about what has happened, and especially when you're very happy with what has happened, so then trying to prepare for what the opponent is going to do after the interval.
So it's over.
But even though Bingjiao is trying to take more control, then it's still Gilmour who is putting pressure on the Chinese girl almost all the time.
Well, with the help of the net cord, Bingjiao
Service over.
takes that point, that forehand.
12. Kirsty, get in. Okay. Left. Kirsty, quick.
Bingjiao's relaxed style on serve. Too early for Kirsty Gilmour, who wasn't ready. Umpire calls the let. Oh, great shot, Kirsty Gilmour. Well, the 360, the rally's still going. Oh, brilliant from Bingjiao.
6-12.
That had everything.
Yeah, really good retrieves here from Bingjiao. That keeps her in the rally. And then finally she can put in her attack.
She looks calm, Lars, doesn't she, with such a big rally and so far behind. I thought she'd be more eager and sort of jumping on that chance, but she looks very relaxed here, Bingjiao, even despite being far behind in this game.
Yeah, but I think she's more confident after the interval here. She's been more confident about what to do and what her game plan is. I'm sure her coach Jiang Ning has told her to push a little more to the back corners to try to get more initiative.
13-6.
And that has worked better than what she did before the mid-game interval. And she has definitely raised the pace of her game.
Oh, Kirsty Gilmour with the variation on serve, opting to go for that backhand we talked about earlier. Off through the legs. And a great net shot from Kirsty Gilmour. What a point for her.
14-6.
Yeah, and I think it's a very, very good idea for Gilmour to use different services and use the service variation, because she is a very aggressive and offensive player, and that contradicts a little bit with, in my book anyways, with serving the high serve every time, where you sort of hand over the initiative to the opponent in the first shot of the rally.
Oh, Kirsty Gilmour through the legs in that previous rally, and then the composure and confidence to play such a tight spinning net shot.
Over. 7-14.
She's really up for this.
Bingjiao. No. Play. Kirsty.
The skill from Bingjiao, but she wasn't able to follow it up.
Over. 15,
And a great read from
17.
Kirsty Gilmour to not be fooled by the deception.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure Jiang Ning, the Chinese coach, will be happy with the increasing curve or performance curve of Bingjiao. She's playing better and better all the time, and it might not win her this first game, but then there is if she can keep improving, then there is a chance that she can come back and win the second game.
Oh, great cross smash, Kirsty Gilmour. Yeah, I agree, Lars, and
16,
particularly
7.
early on in the game, we saw quite a few errors from Bingjiao out the back and out of the sides, particularly the right-hand side, and maybe this drift having more of an impact on Bingjiao. Perhaps that will help her in the second end. broken string. You could see clearly there from Bingjiao that error into the net caused by that broken string. Change of equipment for Bingjiao. Let's hope it's a badminton racket and not a cricket bat. Yeah, looks good to me.
Play. Kirsty, so.
Oh, good punch clear from Bingjiao. The variation overhead, and it really had Kirsty Gilmour on the back foot. She had options here to hit down. And the late punch clear, great technique with that deception. Great shot from Bingjiao, and Gilmour's defense
9-17.
not able to cope with the accuracy and speed. I think you're absolutely right, Lars. Bingjiao growing in confidence throughout this game, despite being so far behind in score. It'll put her in a much better stead in the second.
Yeah, and she's definitely looking much more focused now than what she was in the beginning of this first game.
17.
Yeah, not only the shots getting more confident, she looks faster around the court. Perhaps she didn't have the best of warm-ups today. Is that how important is it to have a really good warm-up when you're coming out to a match like this?
But that's important for the mental preparation and for preparing the body. But it has nothing to do with her warm-up. I'm pretty convinced that she was a little bit anxious and nervous about this match. So she knows she has a chance, but she also knows that she lost in their first encounter, even though it's quite a while ago, 1.5 years. But I think all those thoughts and the fact that this is a World Championships made her quite tense in the opening, and then when she got far behind, then she could loosen up, and that's important for her. Even though she probably won't win this first game, then she can bring some confidence, and she knows what kind of game plan she should play from the beginning of the next game.
Service over. 12-18.
Well, a good return of serve, almost like a doubles return of serve, straight back into the body of Kirsty Gilmour, flat across the net. Oh, 360 of her own here, Bingjiao with the backhand spin, but
Service over.
it lacked the length, and an
19,
easy kill
12.
for Kirsty Gilmour.
Play.
That's that overplay, Lars, isn't it? I'm still trying to look for it.
Yeah, we can call it that.
Kirsty, no delay. No delay. Service over. 13-19.
Variation in Kirsty Gilmour's serve this time, not working for her, but she She's still 6 points up. Good cross backhand. A wonderful rally from both. Oh, it was brilliant from Gilmour. That really had everything. The speed of movement from Kirsty Gilmour initially, matched by He Jingzhao's shots, but what a smash in the end.
Thank you. Hello. Kirsty. Service over. 20. Game point 13.
Well, a fantastic start to this match for Kirsty Gilmour, and she's fully deserving of this game point, serving at 20-13.
Service over. 14-20.
And again, that low driving return of serve from He Jingzhao proving effective. Net shot, but a good length from Bingjiao. This one a bit shorter, and a great follow-up from Gilmour. Racket raised in the air in celebration. What an opening game for her.
Kirsty Gilmour. 21-14.
Fascinating game of women's singles. This one might just go all the way. Kirsty Gilmour, 21-14.
Short serve to her forehand.
Oh.
Yeah, this one. Yeah, 50 on her forehand. She raises it. Serve here.
Okay.
Yeah. So
That's
then
her,
you
that's
can
her
watch
left-hand side, honey.
Yeah. So there will be cross coming. Expect more cross coming. Yeah.
Okay.
And then yeah, it's fine. It's okay. And then now it's win behind you. Yeah. Yeah. So you're knocking down. And then backhand go to.
Yeah.
She will push you a lot. She
Yeah.
will push you a lot. So after hitting from the back, don't rush the middle so much.
Okay.
Yeah. Hold. I follow a shot. Hold and shot. Yeah. Wait for the second shot. Just like this morning did. Just how she ran up for this.
然后发球的时候，我看你刚开始的时候，他呢上来很快，然后又弹，然后你可以后面，继续加油啊，加油，信心啊，从这开始。
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Second game. Lock or play.
So the change of ends. And for at least He Jingzhao, she's looking for a change of fortunes. 21-14, that opening game. Return of serve, slice straight drop from Bingjiao, played to perfection.
Service over. 1-all.
Incredible straight smash, Kirsty Gilmour. Not all that many women's singles players we see get off the floor as well as Kirsty Gilmour does last, that jump smash.
No, certainly not. And it's a few years ago, I think at least myself, but also other coaches thought that this was the trend in women's singles, that everybody would start jump smashing, and also in doubles. But I think you need to have the right DNA before it's actually worth it, because otherwise we would see more players do it, and I don't believe it's going to be a trend anymore. But it certainly works out for Kirsty Gilmour, because she's so explosive and can control it. So in that case, it makes sense. But for a lot of female players, the elevation is not worth working so hard for, and you have to do it a lot of times during a match.
Well, that deceptive forehand also working well for Kirsty Gilmour, leaving Bingjiao stranded. Oh, the cross net shot just wide.
Service over. 2-3.
Oh, another good attacking play from Gilmour. But great anticipation at the net here, Bingjiao. She's back in early, hoping and jumping on that kill.
Yeah, and as we expected towards the end of the first game, there's a lot more fight about the initiative here from the beginning of the second game.
Well, it's incredible rallying once more from both of these women, but Kirsty Gilmour coming out on top with that straight smash.
Service over. 4-3.
I just get the sense last that we're in for a nail-biting finish to this game. It's going to come right down to
Thank you.
crunch situation, I've no doubt.
That's an early call, but it's Gilmour is definitely going to work harder to win this game than she had to in the first, because now Bingjiao is playing up to her normal strength, and is a much tougher opponent than what she proved to be in especially the first half of the first game.
Well, the left-hander responds to that deceptive forehand with one of her own. And she's got the better of Kirsty Gilmour this time. It's a battle of wits out there as much as badminton talent, and this is going to be fascinating as to who can come through this game. Same shot from Bingjiao.
4. Bingjiao. No.
Oh, good defense. Kirsty Gilmour off the hip, but
7-4.
Bingjiao with the follow-up into the body of Gilmour. And the apology, no harm meant with the smash. It was
Wipe Karen. Thank you.
simply the effect of jumping in early. Good judgment from Bingjiao. Just an inch or so long of that back line.
Service over. 5-8.
Yeah, and
So much won and lost at the net. Sorry, Lars.
no, I was just about to say that it is a little more difficult to control the pushes towards the rear court and the punch clears from this side, where the drift is with Kirsty Gilmour.
6-8.
On the positive side, it adds even more speed to her attacking shots when she's hitting it downwards.
Service over. 9-6.
Some great defending from Bingjiao, but the pressure too much from Gilmour.
Yeah, but it's very good. Like this, was not the first one, but the first time she leaps in the air, Gilmour, and she puts on a lot of threat on the opponent, and she has to go down deep with a very low center of gravity. And then the first time she played the clear shot, the deceptive clear, and that's very good when she's doing the drop shots and the clears as well with that approach, because then it's very difficult to anticipate for the opponent.
Yeah, great variation
Service
again
over. 10.
from Gilmour, but the net shot lacking. And Bingjiao winning a few points at the net so far, the first half of this second game. Well, it's another great rally from these two. And the forehand smash cross goes wide. It's Bingjiao in front, 11-7.
他就容易往边线直接打啊，往中间别挑那么偏，而且你这边也是侧锋人家，就不用挑瞄，中间挑让他攻。 这样你就好防了，知道吗？还有一个就是你有能力。
And then when you're high up, then it's simple now. Just push. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Court 1. 20 seconds.
Taking
Court 1. 11-7. Play.
So 11-7, Kirsty Gilmour with a lot to do in this second game. Bingjiao seemingly growing in confidence.
12-7.
What does she do from here, Lars? She'll be desperate to try and close this match out in 2 games.
Yeah, but it seems like it frustrates Gilmour a little bit that Bingjiao is playing such good quality now, and she's a little bit too eager to finish the rallies. So she needs to keep her patience and wait for the right opportunity to play her attacks, because right now Bingjiao is doing well in counter-attacking her.
13-7.
Yeah, the attacking drop from Gilmour, but Bingjiao's defence so controlled. That block just creeping over the net. And of course, Kirsty Gilmour had gone cross, which made her run that extra few feet. Good deception. And it paid off this time for Gilmour.
Yeah, and she was a little more patient in this rally, but she's still using a lot the straight, powerful smashes now, like in this one. Then she makes the deception afterwards, so that ended up being a good choice. But I think she has to do the variation still from her rear court attack with slices, drop shots, and the punch clears.
Good straight smash, Bingjiao.
14-8. Service over. 9-14.
Well, Bingjiao, another player without a win yet in international competition in 2017. But it was an amazing performance from her last year throughout the last few months of 2016. French Open win, Japan Open win, big Super Series events with a lot of ranking points. Bitburger, of course, and then pretty good performance in the Dubai Super Series finals. She hasn't seemed to have replicated that in 2017, but wow. Well played, Gilmour.
Service over. 10-15.
Is she a player, Lars, would you say, Bingjiao, able to get right up there and dominate women's singles like so many Chinese have done before?
It's always hard to predict. She's not a great talent like we see sometimes. She's done well in the World Junior Championships with a bronze and a silver medal in women's singles, but she hasn't managed to win that event. And she is doing well, and she will probably keep her development and go to the top 10. But if she will be one of the all-time greats, I can't promise you yet. You never can, but I think that could prove difficult for her.
Well, she's ranked number 6, or rather seed number 6 here, ranked number 7 in the world at the moment. Does that make her the highest seeded Chinese player? I'm not sure.
Service over. 12-16. So
forgotten, of course, we've got Sun Yu still in the tournament. Ranked 1 place above Bingjiao.
Very well played here by Gilmour, with a little more patience, using these pushes to the back corners, and then she sees the opening here and can make a quite simple kill from the net. That's much better than what we were talking about earlier, where she was trying to force her points through and taking too much of a risk too early in the rally.
Oh, there it is again, the same play from Kirsty Gilmour.
14-16.
It seems, for now at least, she's found a weak spot. The late forehand corner for Bingjiao is something that Kirsty Gilmour can push and attack. I don't think we'll see Bingjiao play that straight, neutralising forehand in return anymore.
No, next time we can probably expect a variation from that corner.
Great net shot, Bingjiao, an important point to withhold that kind of lead she's had. Gilmour was carrying some momentum into the last few points.
Yeah, and she was trying to do the same deceptive shot as we've seen she's been successful with earlier, but in this situation she was a little bit lower, and Bingjiao was in better position, and then it was too slow and didn't work out.
Good attack, Gilmour, but great turning defense into attack for Bingjiao.
18-14.
Yeah, and very cleverly, the Chinese girl, she knows that Gilmour has been successful pushing to the forehand corner, so she anticipates that that's what she's going to do again, and then she turns her weak point actually into an advantage in this situation.
Yeah, like you said earlier, very much like a game of chess. And it's Bingjiao now, 5-point lead, back again.
19-14.
It is a game of chess, just with a slightly higher heart rate.
No more delay. No. No. Service over. 15-19.
Well, there it is again. Lars Bingjiao anticipating that deep forehand corner.
20, game point, 15.
Yeah, and what she's forgetting a little bit, Kirsty Gilmour, is that the two times that she was very successful pushing to the forehand corner, she had pushed her to the round the head or backhand corner first, creating an opening. She forgets that a little bit now, and then it's easier for Bingjiao to cover it.
Yeah, absolutely, and Bingjiao with game point, and the forehand into the net from Kirsty
Second game won by
Gilmour.
Bingjiao. 21-15. One game all.
Umpire Mr. Dathan of India just confirming that score. Second game to Bingjiao, 21-15.
挺稍微这个消耗点的时候，是来躲过这一下啊。他掉沙的时候，你多先勾，你先去勾他，或者先重复他两边这样子啊。然后呢，他进攻的时候多一点防一下对角线。 啊，对他的对角线整个还是正手踢对角啊，同对角是。
I think it's changing. Yeah. First set, yes, you do the attack first, you got point. But now she's aware of things, so you change. Make her confused. Because she's waiting. She expects
Not always
some-
up first one.
No, yeah. Especially now you're against the wind.
Yeah.
Open up. Play a lot of rally. 25, 35, go ahead, man. You're fine.
Yeah.
She's more vulnerable the more time you give her, actually.
Yeah.
Because you can actually inject pace, but she can't.
Yeah.
It's like a kind of doubles, but if you go fast at her, she can follow.
Yeah.
But if you go over, slow, and then...
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah. Come on.
And it's a couple of very good points that the Scottish coaches are pointing out here. That first of all, that Gilmour can't expect to win playing the same style as he did in the first game, because Bingjiao is a completely different player now. So she will return more of her attacking shots.
Final game. Love all. Play.
Yeah, I like the point he made about varying the attack. Go soft, go over the top of her, and then go fast. Change the pace. Brilliant shot from Kirsty Gilmour. Straight drop shot with a bit of reverse slice.
Over. 1 love.
Perfect.
Two love.
Wow, what judgment. Fault called by the umpire at the net.
3 love. No, stop it. Yeah.
Bingjiao arguing her racket was not over the net. Wow, such speed, very hard to save from there.
Play.
Nevertheless, Lars, where did the shuttle land? Did it not come off Kirsty Gilmour's racket into play anyway?
Yeah, but that's a little bit tricky, because if Bingjiao hits it on her own side of the net, then she's allowed to follow through over the net with her racket. And in that case, Kirsty Gilmour cannot block that follow through. It gets a little bit complicated now, but so it's a very, very difficult call for the umpire here. And even with the slow motion footage, I don't know what I would have called it. So
No, the thing I like most, the umpire made a decision, he stuck with it, we carry on. I mean,
exactly.
Kirsty Gilmour with the slam dunk of a finish.
Service over.
Yeah, and she does exactly what Andy Baumann, her other coach, told her in the interval, to give her pushes towards the back corners a little more height to make sure they go over Bingjiao, with great success here.
Service over. 2-4.
Patient attack from Bingjiao. And the right choice to stay patient.
Bingjiao.
That's the 4th or 5th time perhaps we've seen the umpire calling for Bingjiao to get back on court and get ready to play. We heard during the coaching interval, coach advising Kirsty Gilmour to push for these long rallies. 25, 30 shots, the coach had said, let's go. Perhaps they know Kirsty Gilmour's in great shape. Perhaps they feel she's the fitter player.
Service over. 5-3.
What a straight smash from Gilmour.
Yeah, but more than anything else, the way she's opened this this final game, she's much more patient and she's using a variety of shots instead of trying to force the powerful attack through every time, because that's when Bingjiao can play a quality defense and play counter attack as she did a lot of the time in the second game.
Oh, great cross in that shot from Kirsty Gilmour.
6-3.
Very late deception.
Kirsty.
Gilmour. Good racket control in the mid-court, keeping the drives down, attacking her opponent. A great start to this third and final game for Kirsty Gilmour.
Service over. 4-7.
To rally already. Bingjiao equal to these terrific shots from Gilmour. Well, it's amazing once more from Kirsty Gilmour.
It's very, very impressive how Gilmour keeps her calm here, and even though Bingjiao is retrieving a lot of her shots with quality, but she just keeps the pressure and until Bingjiao can't follow her anymore.
Kirsty serve.
Yeah, good judgment from Bingjiao.
5-8.
That clear an inch or two long of the back line, and Bingjiao clings on to 3 points behind Kirsty Gilmour. Well, she was in good position, Bingjiao, but the backhand block into the net.
Service over. 9-6.
Yeah, it was definitely not the most difficult shot she has played in that rally, but sometimes when you start to get tired, then you forget to focus on the simpler shots, and then you make a mistake like Bingjiao did here.
Great finish from Kirsty Gilmour. She seemed to slice across it almost.
10,
Yeah,
6.
notice how few power smashes she has hit in this game so far, and that was exactly what the coaches were asking her to do. To do a variety of shots, use the softer attack, and then wait for the right opening, be patient, and she has really followed that plan very, very well.
Yeah, I like how she looks confident hitting cross-court like that, because it really does open up the court, and she has to work so hard out of that backhand corner, rear corner, to get across court to play the kill from there.
11-6.
Risk and reward, and it's working for Kirsty Gilmour at the moment. 13 minutes gone in this third game decider. The score at 11-6 with the change of ends.
Still, I think still play the same game,
Yeah.
because you can still control the backcourt.
I think so, yes, no problem.
So just maintain the same thing. Yeah? Your clear drop and find hunt for chance is good. It's working so well. Yeah? Do the same thing. Yeah? Okay. That's all. Yeah? Yeah. One point at a time. Focus on.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds. Eleven, 6. Play.
Well, it was really nice to see in the coaching interval Kirsty Gilmour's words of advice from her coaches. Simply, these things are working really well. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, and in addition to that, they had confidence she could do it from this end as well, even though it's slightly faster.
The net cord just preventing that backhand
12.
to go over. Well, there's that jump smash again, Lars. Almost looks out of position to start with. Great attitude physically.
13-7.
Yeah, good control again. Good accuracy on the smash, and then she can follow up in the front court afterwards.
Well, Bingjiao having to work so hard in defence, but it's paid off.
Service over. 8-13. Be quick.
Is it just me, or can you hear these two players puffing out there, exhausted with this thrilling three-game women's singles? 63rd minute. And still a lot more left yet in this round 16 match.
And now it's very important that for Gilmour that she gets back on track and that she's ready to work as hard as she needs to, because Bingjiao will not probably give her any easy points, so she has to build up and make openings for her attack, as she did so well before the interval here in the third game. Oh, and when I said that, she just gave her a point.
Yes, she did. Fatigue perhaps kicking in, the error on the short serve.
Go down the other side of the court.
Good block from Gilmour, but Bingjiao with the control at the net.
Service over. 10-14.
Almost impossible for Gilmour to return.
Yeah, I might be wrong, but I sit here with a feeling that Gilmour has started maybe thinking a little bit about what a great result she's about to achieve, and by that she's becoming a little more passive. This rally was a lot better than the previous ones, because that's way too early, because then she's probably going to lose it. So she needs to keep taking the initiative, as she does in this rally very well.
Kirsty.
Yeah, hugely important not to get too far ahead of yourself. Kirsty Gilmour still with a fair bit of work to do yet in this round 16 match. That forehand, Bingjiao going out will certainly help Kirsty Gilmour's cause.
16-10.
And a very good idea to do the service variation there with the flick serving instead of the high serve.
Oh, snatched at the forehand drive.
11-16.
Be a crucial point. Bingjiao now trailing 6
Kirsty.
points.
Not on the face. No. No shout.
Meaning here Bingjiao needs 9 of the next 12 points if it goes that far. And that is a lot to ask.
So it's over. 12-17.
Well, clever from Gilmour, I think, here, Lars. It might be a slightly tactical decision to ask for the court to be mocked, just to regain that composure and make sure she can calm herself down and ease her way through.
Yeah, I think again, once again, she just slipped out of her focus, because that rally she played quite passively compared to the previous two.
Well, another laboured forehand, Kirsty Gilmour. She can't afford to give away these points just to maintain the pressure and take 50-50. That will be enough for Kirsty Gilmour. She can't afford to take her foot off the gas. Well, she got the half-court lift, a good straight smash, and an even better follow-up.
So it's over. 18-13.
Such an athletic player, Kirsty Gilmour. And the reverse slice from the backhand corner, catching Bingjiao by surprise.
13. Play.
That lift perhaps from Bingjiao too flat.
Yeah, and she was anticipating it, played the serve and was waiting for this, the low serve, and was waiting for the shot.
Well, desperate dive from Kirsty Gilmour, but not enough.
14-19.
And once more, shots from Kirsty Gilmour this time. Lacking enough height to really cause problems for Bingjiao, who was able to take it early and cut it down.
Play. It is outside. It's outside. Play on. Play on.
So Bingjiao with a mountain to climb. 5 points behind the Scottish number 1. And now 6 points behind and facing match point.
So it's over. 20, match point 14.
Incredible result this should be from here for Kirsty Gilmour. The home crowd clapping in anticipation of what might be. Not this time, Bingjiao with a straight smash down the line, too good for Gilmour.
20.
And yeah, that lift from Gilmour lacked any kind of length or height.
16-20.
Four more match points to save for Bingjiao. It's not to be. Look at what it means for Kirsty Gilmour. Tears from the Scottish number one. What a performance. Tears of joy, of course. Incredible for Kirsty Gilmour. She takes a spot in the quarter-finals at the World Championships.
Match won by Kirsty Gilmour.
And so well deserved.
21-14, 15-21, 21-16.
72 minutes of women's singles, and it's Kirsty Gilmour who's through in 3 games, 21-14, 15-21, 21-16. Yes, Kirsty, it's true, you've done it. Quarter-finals of the World Championships features a player from Scotland. That's very rare. It might be the first time ever in women's singles. We'll look into that. But for now, enjoy it, Kirsty. We'll see you again later in the week. Well played. Well, so many great moments. Let's take a look at some of them in this incredible women's singles. Well, we're here at the Emirates Arena, Glasgow, for World Championships 2017, day 4. An absolutely incredible day of badminton so far, and we've got 1 match left for you. And it's the darlings of English badminton, the husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Adcock. They're up against Kazuno and Kurihara of Japan. Well, this particular section of the mixed doubles draw, well, you can see it's opening up all over this tournament. Zhang Nan, Li Yunhui is out, and they lost to Tang and Sei of Hong Kong, who are waiting for the winners of this match, Chris and Gabby Adcock. All smiles as they walk on to court, full of confidence. They had an incredible start to the tournament, and they've played these two a couple of times before. We'll talk more about that in a moment. For the time being, let's get ready for the toss of the coin. Our umpire, Mr. Eric